Kittie Wilkins was born in 1857 in Jacksonville, Oregon. Her family moved from boomtown to boomtown when she was a young child. Her father was quite a successful merchant, and the family was quite well off. So they were able to send Kittie to boarding school in Ogden, Utah for high school, and then on to college, the finest women's college in the West in San Jose. In 1884, the family settled in the Bruno Jarbidge Wilderness area. That's what it's known today. 100 years later, it's still as rugged as it was when the family settled there. Kittie's father gave her two $20 gold pieces, and she bought her first colt. And that was the start of Kittie's business, her horse business. Soon she developed over 700 horses. The family gave her the entire business. She was running 50 cowboys, a crew of 50 cowboys. It was said that if you didn't know how to ride when you came to work for Miss Kate, you knew how to ride by the time you left. She also gave generously to an orphanage, and when the children were old enough, she would hire them out as ranch hands on her ranch and teach them clean living. And she would ride right along with them. And she always rode in a long skirt and side saddle, and she could outride any of her cowboys. So they had a lot of respect for her. At one point, Kittie's herd was as big as 10,000 horses. They would round them up and drive them across the Snake River to Mountain Home. They were breaking 154 horses every 2 weeks. Once they were loaded on trains, she would take them to the eastern states, Chicago, Boston, Kansas City, and Kittie herself would conduct the sales. At one time, she sold 8,000 horses at once to the British Army for the Boer Wars. But the Old West was changing. And Kittie's horses were going out of style. Her heavy geldings, her big mares, were being replaced by these newfangled bicycles. Kittie would never sit astride a bicycle. That was unladylike. Then, even worse, came the automobile, and that was the final downfall for Miss Kate, the Idaho horse queen, the horse queen of Idaho. So she sold all her belongings, her holdings, her ranch. And Miss Kate then, in her later years, she retired to a small town called Glens Ferry, where she died when she was 79. Somehow, I think she's still out there riding that rough range of the Jarbidge, Bruno wilderness. Kittie Wilkins was born in 1857 in Jacksonville, Oregon. Her family moved